Now I'm going to pick all the top 25 games for Week 10 for Division One FBS football. First one, Ohio State, number 3 Ohio State at Rutgers. And Rutgers is 6-2, by the way. And they're going to make a ball game no matter what. And Ohio State's favored by 18.5. Rutgers has nothing to lose here because they're going to make a bowl. But I still think Ohio State wins that game. Number 25 Kansas State at number 7 Texas. And there's currently no line on this game. And some of the games they don't show lines on ESPN right now for whatever reason. But I'm going to go straight up with Kansas State, regardless of what the line is, because Texas is still going to be without Quinn Ewers. And I also think Texas has been, I know they beat BYU pretty good, but BYU's not good during the day. And they only win because of the margins, too. So that's another reason why I thought Texas would win last week. Now, Texas A&M at Ole Miss. No line, but I'm going with Ole Miss. Number 12, Notre Dame at Clemson. And Clemson really lost to NC State. So they're down to 4-4. And 2-4 in the ACC. And this doesn't count for anything. But I'm going Notre Dame straight up. Clemson needs to have some reality check and fix their issues, to say the least. Then UConn at number 19 Tennessee. Tennessee's favored by 34.5. UConn's been disappointing this year. After a bowl game last year, they're not even going to play in the bowl. So Tennessee's going to win this game easily. Arizona State at number 18 Utah. Utah is favored by 12.5. Give me Utah in this game. And they're probably going to take out all the frustration from last week on Arizona State. Army, that's 2-6, by the way, at Air Force. Air Force is favored by 18 points. Air Force is going to win this game, and they're the best of the bunch in the military academies, in my opinion, Air Force, in terms of football. So, yeah. Number 14, Missouri, at number 1, Georgia. Georgia hasn't looked great most of the year, as we all know. And they're still without Brock Bowers at tight end. And who would have thought this would be a top 15 showdown for Georgia to begin the year? It's a hard game to pick. I'm only going Georgia because it's at home. But Missouri is dangerous. They're 7-1. They're gonna have a winning record no matter what for Eli Drinkwood, so his job is saved. I mean, number 4, Florida State at Pitt. Florida State's favored by 22.5. Pitt's going to lose this game handily to Florida State. I'm calling it. Number 9, Penn State at Maryland. Penn State's favored by 10.5. Penn State looked terrible against Indiana, and yet Maryland had a bad loss to Northwestern, of all things. Man, this is a tough game to pick, but I'm still going to go with Penn State. But this is a dangerous game, Penn State. And you have not looked impressive, and we can't take you seriously. I mean, the only reason why we could only take you seriously, because you have not beat Ohio State in so long. You have to win this game and then beat Michigan in order to think about getting taken seriously here. I mean, I'm just telling the truth. Now, number 10, Oklahoma at Oklahoma State. There's no line on this game. Oklahoma State's a whole lot different at home than on the road. I tell you that much. Then again, they beat West Virginia at West Virginia. This is a tough game to pick. And I have a sneaky suspicion that Oklahoma loses back-to-back games, and they last week beat them again. Beat them again for this week. So I'm calling the upset here. Oklahoma State with the win. Now Virginia Tech at number 15 Louisville. Louisville's favored by 10.5. Louisville wins this game. They're contender for the ACC. I mean, for this year, for the ACC title game, that is, if you know what I mean. Number 21, Tulane at East Carolina. Tulane's favored by 6.5. East Carolina's been down this year. Give me Tulane, even though that's on the road. Now, number 23, James Madison at Georgia State. James Madison's favored by 5.5 points. Man, this is a tough game to pick. Georgia State is no slouch. And they're coming off of a loss, mind you. Where do I go with this game? I have a sneaky suspicion that Georgia State pulls off the upset here. So, but this is going to be... But I will say James Madison does have the defensive edge in this game. They do. And they only have 49, a little under 49 rushing yards per game. Keep that in mind. But this is a tough game to pick. And I will not be shocked if I'm wrong about that game. Same thing goes for Oklahoma. I mean, Oklahoma State has not beat Oklahoma a lot under Mike Gundy. I mean, that's the thing. Cal at number 6, Oregon. Oregon's favored by 23.5 points. I have a feeling that Cal is going to let that USC game that they should have won beat them again. And thus Oregon wins comfortably. Now, number 22, Kansas at Iowa State. Iowa State's favored by a point. I think Kansas is going to win this game. I do. Though this is a upset potential. Purdue at number 2, Michigan. Number 5, Washington at number 24, USC. Washington's favored by 4 points. I do not trust USC's defense, and they have looked terrible the last few weeks. And I get Washington has not looked great ever since that Oregon game. But give me Washington. Number 13, LSU at Alabama. Man, this is a barn burner of a game. LSU doesn't have defense, which could hurt them in this game because, look, and this is a huge game for the standings here because if Alabama loses this game and Ole Miss wins the other game, it's a 3-way tie for first. That would be insane. But I will say the offensive edge goes to LSU in this game, but the defensive edge goes to Alabama. So, which way I'm going? I'm going Alabama only because they're at home. But then again, who knows? Number 16, Oregon State at Colorado. Oregon State is favored by 12.5 points. Oregon State is in danger of letting one game beat them twice. And I really do think, and the difference in this game and why I'm going with Oregon State is Colorado's line of scrimmage. I mean, straight up. I mean, that's the thing in this game here. Number 20, UCLA at Arizona. UCLA is favored by 1.5 points. Arizona is going to be a dangerous team for UCLA in this game. Right here, I think they're going to pull off an upset again. Arizona does. So that's all the games for Week 10 for the top 25 teams out there. Anyways, if you like this content, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later on the road to 600 subscribers. Of course, the ultimate goal is 1,000 or more. So I can make money off this. Of course, liking the video, commenting the video really helps the YouTube algorithm so more people could see it. Of course, sharing the video does help too. Spread the word out there. And it would be greatly appreciated so more people could watch. And of course, if you're watching and not subscribed, hit subscribe. And subscribing is free on YouTube. And not only that, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos here.